Hello vinyl community, it's Randy back today with another video. Listen to Janice here just for a second. So I'm back today with another video. Today is going to be another episode of How'd That Go? Today's song is Summertime. What we're hearing right now is Big Brother and the Holding Company singing this song. And I have several versions of this song in my collection. Summertime is a song that was written by George Gershwin as part of his, I think he called it an opera. I guess it was like a musical, Porgy and Bess, which was based on a novel. That play was based on a novel that was written by DuBose Hayward in 1925. In 1927, DuBose Hayward's wife, Dorothy Hayward, turned the novel into a stage play. And then in 1935, George Gershwin, I guess, staged this play for the first time in Boston. I guess the name of the novel was actually Porgy, and then the name of the opera was Porgy and Bess. So, yeah, this song, the words to it were actually written by DuBose Hayward, even though it's possible that maybe Ira Gershwin is sometimes credited with those words too. And I guess if you go far enough back, some people say that the melody of it was based on Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child, which was an older song, I guess, from the South. So yeah, but basically from this play, you know, Porgy and Bess is where the song comes from. So yeah, Miles Davis did an entire album of the soundtrack. This is one of the ones that he did with Gil Evans, conducting an orchestra. Summertime is on this, and I've never seen it myself, but from what I've read about this song anyway, when it happens in the play, is that this I'm not sure if she's a slave or if maybe they've been freed, but I'm not sure when the play takes place. But anyway, this black woman, I guess, who works for these, I guess she works for some rich Southerners or something, because that's what the song's all about, is she's supposedly holding this baby, and she's singing to it, you know, don't cry, you know, your daddy's rich and your mom's good looking, you're going to be okay. So, yeah, a lot of different ways that can be interpreted, I think, and the words can be interpreted anyway, and I guess bands have done a lot of different things with that. So, yeah, so Miles Davis, just an instrumental version on here by Miles. I'm going to show you some, I have some records, I also have some other media here. So, on Groovy Jazz Organ, it's a 3D compilation of Groovy Jazz Organ from the 60s. There's a version by Dave Baby Cortez. Yeah, Dave Baby Cortez. John Coltrane did a version on My Favorite Things. In the background, what we're hearing right now is one that I don't have, but this is Nina Simone doing it. She does one of the most dramatic versions of it. I assume she's accompanying herself on piano here. It's really quiet, so you probably won't be able to hear much of this. But if you can hear it in the background, it sounds great. And yeah, so the song was basically about yeah, I guess this black woman nursing this wealthy white baby, and Nina Simone just sort of closes out the song by, she adds her own little phrase there at the end. I guess the song ends with, how's it end? Don't You Cry. and then she adds this one line because well, how does that last song? Anyway, she ends it by saying because I've got my porgy. So yeah. So yeah, don't you cry. So I guess she's not crying because she has porgy. So it just adds a little bit more meaning to it, I suppose. And one last version, not the last version, but a version I have here is not on vinyl, is one by the Zombies. Zombies did it. It was one of their early singles, and it was on their, I think it's their first album. It was basically a compilation of singles. It's a cool box there that came with this booklet. I think it's basically just about everything that the Zombies recorded. Yeah, pretty cool. That's called, what is that called? Zombie Heaven. Okay, and then the first one I'm going to show you here is the Funboy 3 version of it. This is a 7-inch single on a picture disc. They do an excellent version. We're going to hear some of that in just a few minutes. Sarah Vaughan recorded a version in 1950. I'm going to go through these sort of in, they might almost sort of be in chronological order. It's hard to say because a lot of these records are compilations and reissues and things like that. It's hard to say exactly. But I believe she recorded this in 1949 or 50, so After Hours with Sarah Vaughan. She has a version of Summertime on here. There's Nina Simone, if you can hear her. We'll listen to just a couple seconds of her. And the living so easy. Yeah, so really intense with Nina Simone doing it. Charlie Parker does a bop version of it here, I guess, on Charlie Parker with Strings. I'm not sure how boppish that is, but it's Charlie Parker with Strings. Wes Montgomery played it. This is an album of stuff that he recorded very early in his career in Indianapolis. I think before he became well known. He does a version of Summertime on here. On here, he's doing it with Nat King Cole style trio with guitar, piano, and bass. Wes Montgomery. Volume has a tendency to build. Cal Tjader did it. It's on this live album. It's the Cal Tjader Quartet, Saturday night, Sunday night at the Black Hawk in San Francisco. It's on Verve Records. Yeah, Cal Tjader, a vibraphonist. Yeah. Richard Groove Holmes did a version of it. I think this was recorded in around 1960, I think maybe 1966 for this one. Richard Groove Holmes is an organist. He's a Hammond B3. Booker T and the MGs did a version of it. This is the Complete Stack Singles, Volume 1, 62 to 67, by Booker T and the MGs. There's the track listing on that one. Gatefold for that. So, yeah, it looks like they recorded it in 1967. Booker T and the MGs. Billy Vaughn. One of my favorites. He does a fantastic version of the song on here, and we may hear some of it. I'm not sure if the video is going to last long enough for us to get to that, but yeah. It's Orange Blossom Special and Wheels. This is the Funboy 3 version of it that we're hearing now. Fantastic version. I love this version. maybe it was a little bit of a change of pace for their fans back when they put it out in early 80s, 1980 or 79. I'm not really sure when that came out. Teddy Edwards did a version of it on this record that I showed not too long ago. Out of This World. It's Kenny Drew playing piano. Billy Hart on drums. Jesper Lundgaard playing bass. Does an excellent version of it on here. It's the first song on side 2. 8 minutes and 25 seconds. I've become a big fan of this record. It's really quite good. Okay. Cedar Walton, Hank Mobley Quintet. Artistry and Music. I think the name of the album is Breakthrough. I think it was going to be, I'm not sure if they were calling it like a band or something, Artistry and Music, or I'm not sure exactly what that means. This is on Cobblestone Records. They do a version of it on here. So Cedar Walton on piano, Hank Mobley, Charles Davis on baritone and soprano sax, Sam Jones on bass, and Billy Higgins on drums. I show you this label because it's the only, I think it's the only Cobblestone record that I have. Cool looking label. Cobblestone. I think this came out in 72. Yeah, 1972 for this one. And the last one I have to show you is Bill Evans did a version of it. I don't have the individual album that he does it on. I just have this box set of the Riverside recordings. This is a CD box set. So it's on here. And this booklet came with it. I think this is not the trio that he recorded it though. I think this is with Scott LaFaro. I believe that's Scott LaFaro, the bass player who got killed in a car accident, and then Chuck Israels is the bass player, playing with Bill and Paul Motion, the drummer. So yeah. So that's it. That's all the versions that I have. Boy, there's a million more versions of it. A lot of people have done this song, and there's a lot of different ways to do it, a lot of different ways to interpret it. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Do you have any versions that are your favorites? Or yeah, let me know what you think about these that I've played for you. And, yeah, I guess that's it. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks very much for watching.